Salutations, YouTubers out there. Today I'm going to talk about the very first time on this channel, and even though I know everybody already talked about this game before, since it first came out in 2009, and time to celebrate its 11th anniversary, SpongeBob True Force Square. As we all know about pretty much the show, and most likely the games themselves, most of them are pretty good, most of them are pretty bad. This one's actually a pretty good, the only good final SpongeBob game they ever did, and before the year of 2000s came to an end. This one came out in 2009, and you can tell in the graphics on these characters in 3D, it did not age too well, but still looks pretty nice. It's kind of weird seeing their designs in this game, including Plankton's design. Looks alright, even though he's somehow a little bit few inches taller, even though in the show he's like a puny little ant. The story plot is plain and simple. Plankton wants to find the secret formula in SpongeBob's brain.
Leaving SpongeBob into chair. Check. Step 2, 3 spots. Check. Step 3, do laundry. I need insert box in the brain. Check. Step 4, turn on remote. Check and double check.
And just like in this show, it's very humorously hilarious. To be truthful, I'm not really a huge SpongeBob fan, but still, it's a pretty good show. And so is the game. I played this game in exactly how like that other guy did. Played the game for like 4 hours. Like Angry Joe says it. 4 hours. I played it for 4 hours and 33 minutes. And every time there will be a loading screen, you have to answer these types of questions. The very first SpongeBob game was actually on the Game Boy Color. I wish I remember what it's called. And the game is plain and simple. Oh, it's platforming and you destroying stuff. And SpongeBob keeps shape-shifting into pretty much almost anything. Because we all know that sponges don't shape-shift like that. Anyhow, you collect these happy SpongeBob tokens, extra life, for some reason. All you do is attack enemies. You can hear that classic Hawaiian music that's always been played throughout every SpongeBob games. I was gonna play SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom from Xbox system, but it did not work. But I did play the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, and boy did that game took me like nearly 20 hours to beat. Because you have to collect every single item to 100% the game. I am never playing that game ever again on GameCube. But at least this game is nearly not too hard. It's pretty easy. And it's up to you to solve the puzzles without looking on YouTube like most people do. Or use cheat codes, which I probably did because I played this game on the Wii years ago. like any type of game, it's not that hard. Or you have to do collectibles. And the stages are based off the show. Oh, apparently, quite so. Because most of these SpongeBob games do base off some of the episodes. That's how SpongeBob first meets Sandy Cheeks, the squirrel, who is pretty good at karate skills, which I actually like about her. Not only that she is Western, but she knows how to fight pretty well, and so does Mr. Krabs, even though he's a greedy, selfish crab that always cares about money. Most likely himself. On the soft side, he does care about his daughter Pearl, which by the way is a whale. And Squidward is just himself, always playing his act and being boring, but sometimes can make a laugh out of us at times. Best thing about this game is you having fun and getting power-ups, like in SpongeBob and SquarePants incredibly strong. You can react to some of the other characters too, talk it to them, and most likely these cool, awesome boss battles. Even though they're just Plankton bots. But it does leave a question on why Plankton wants to build robots to stop SpongeBob, of trying to figure out what the secret Krabby Patty formula is. But then again, Plankton being the main villain from the series can be both smart and pretty stupid all at once. But to this game's credit, the graphics are pretty great. Ain't on Xbox 360 quality. Animation's pretty good too. If you're like a huge SpongeBob fan, you might actually enjoy playing this. I just don't got much else to say without spoiling too much out of it. So you have to beat the game toward the very end and solve puzzles. Because that's basically all you do in this game is do these types of challenges. Which, by the way, if you die, you'll still send back to the checkpoint on where you're at. I don't got much else to say about the enemies, because they look exactly the same. And every time you attack them. Some of them can be different, and some of them will be huge. Oh yeah, not to mention SpongeBob can refill water, even though they are underwater, and now there's water underneath that. Yeah, that part always confuses me as a kid when I first watched the show. Oh, it just makes no sense. I mean, that makes no sense. Oh yeah, and you summon SpongeBob's friends to attack tougher enemies as well. But anyhow, it does show like most likely the others or scenes from the show, all the episodes they played. Combined to this game, it's really amazingly fun. So, to this game's credit, I give SpongeBob True Force Square, or are not to be like the most below average and pretty much forgettable games out there. Believe me, there's lots of people that played this game before, or in the early 2009, and pretty much, well, probably not now, but probably months ago, or 2018, 2017, 2016, so on and so forth. This game, admittedly being fun and all, does have a few flaws. First of all, some scenes can be really, really dark, or even though you can't see anything until you end up in this stage and you have to follow the light. Yada yada yada, blah 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 blah. Find boss here, do this, do that, and defeat the final boss, which is the plankton robot, and you get the ending. So I give SpongeBob True Force Square, which is the greatest game out there, an 8 out of 10.
Hey, look at me! I'm jellyfishing! Come here, little jellyfish, and get in my net!
I can't breathe! I can't breathe! Oh, wait! Here it is! Ah! It was in my back pocket the whole time.
Hey, that's the lottery ticket! Oops! I guess I never gave you the formula after all. Ah, here it is! It was in my back pocket the whole time!
Also, in every SpongeBob game, Mr. Krabs doesn't sound like his cartoon counterpart from the show.
10 years of frustration. 10 long years of chasing after that formula. I almost had it that time, too. Oh, the anguish. The humiliation. Ah! Well, I'll try again tomorrow.
Oh yeah, and the reason why he said 10 years, because the show's been around since 1999, but now it's been 20 years since they did SpongeBob. And the franchise is still going, and hopefully the next movie they're going to do and finally give him his license will finally end the franchise for good. Because it already has 12, 13 seasons? Not quite sure how many more there are now. I'm pretty sure it's still going, which it still is. Anyways, I'll catch you guys when I talk about another interesting franchise. I also had a game probably once, twice, 3 times. Yeah, and you get what I'm saying. I tried this video on long enough. So, see you then. Glad you enjoyed me reviewing this game. Finally review the SpongeBob video game that came out already 10 years ago, based off the franchise. The whole series. I meant to say the whole series. Great voice acting too. Anyways, leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. Catch it in, folks. Bye.